Hey, hello guys, welcome to Simchimba Poultry Farms. As you know, if you already subscribed, you know what we do here. We talk more about poultry farming, the management, the way you're supposed to feed your birds, vaccination schedules, like that. If you are new, make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss any lesson that we put up here, because each and every lesson that we put up here is essential for your poultry farming. So guys, today we've got a special topic that we need to talk about, and the topic is concerning, we're going to talk about vaccination. We need to know what vaccine is, what it works, what it does with your birds, because I totally understand, like, there's some poultry farmers who just vaccinate their birds. They don't even know what that vaccine does to their birds. So today we want to talk about vaccine. So that's a thing we're going to talk about today. We need to know what vaccine is. We need to know, like, okay, this is how vaccine works, and this is the whole information about vaccine. So I'll give you tips and I'll give you some information about how the vaccine works. And if you want, if the information that I'm gonna give you is not enough, you can find out so that you add up with the information that I've given you. Otherwise, the information I'm gonna give you is a very important information that you need to know about vaccine. So here we go. So the first thing we're gonna do is we will define what a vaccine is. Okay. So since we are talking about chickens, we are talking about, broilers, as you understand. You see how my birds are doing? Today they are 14 days. So this one, and tomorrow we are going to have them vaccinated for the second time. I know I didn't do a video. You see, they look big. I know I didn't do a video on how I vaccinated the birds at first, but today I've done a video, and we need to know what vaccine is. So let's go ahead and define what vaccine is. If you already know the definition, the one I'm gonna give you is it's the one I have according to the information I have. So what is a vaccine? A vaccine, scientifically definition, it's an agent of the disease. Not the disease, but the agent of the disease. So as you know, which means it doesn't have all the power to work as a disease. It's just an agent. So when you vaccinate your birds, what happens to them? Because you are vaccinating them with a disease, but it's an agent of that disease. So here is what happened, and the reason why we vaccinate the birds. So first, that vaccine, it's a disease, but it's not in full form. It's just an agent. So you know what a vaccine is now. So let's go ahead and see why we are vaccinating the birds. So the reason why we are vaccinating the birds, it's because the birds at this age, the way they are, the body doesn't know the diseases, how they come in. So the reason why you are vaccinating the birds is because you want to boost up the immune system of the birds. Okay? The immune system, I'll define it later on. So right now, the immune system is not aware of diseases. Okay? So when you vaccinate the birds, we are triggering and boosting out. These are just, I can say, like, these are natural reactions that happens in the not even in the human body. It's the same thing. So these are natural reactions that will happen to a chicken, but they are not awakened. So you need to wake them up by doing what? By vaccinating the birds. So when you vaccinate the birds, that disease, that agent disease goes in, and then the immune system, because we are trying to okay, the whole thing is, like, we want the immune system to be aware that there is this kind of disease, so that when the actual disease comes in, they are able to recognize, and then they are able to act very fast before the disease start affecting the birds. So what happens with the vaccine is that it goes, when you vaccinate the birds, that disease goes into the body of the chicken. Then the immune system will act up. It will, at first, because it's not aware of the disease, it will act. So that means it will organize proteins and cells to kill that disease. Okay? So when it kills the disease, again, it keeps memory. When that disease comes in, it will be able to react fast. So the main reason we are vaccinating the birds is because we want to trigger, we want to boost out the immune system. And then we want the immune system to recognize that disease when it comes to the chickens. As we know, when we are vaccinating the birds, they are not sick. We are just vaccinating them to boost up the immune system. So what happens when you vaccinate the birds? So when you vaccinate the birds, as I've said, it will kill that disease, which is just an agent. Then it will keep memory, the immune system. So what usually happens is, like, to the immune system, there's a protein which are antibodies. The antibodies are those proteins and cells that kills the effect of that disease. So the reason why the immune system needs to be boosted up and then it needs to recognize that disease is because, just in case when your birds get sick, it will recognize, then it will kill that disease. That's why you vaccinate them. Since we are dealing with broilers, we vaccinate them against gumbulo, we vaccinate them against Newcastle. Those are common diseases that comes into these birds. So we need to alert the immune system that there's these kind of diseases, so that when they come, it will be able to recognize. That means we have woken up the immune system. And the immune system produces antibodies. Antibodies, these are Y-shaped proteins, which kill the effect of the birds, which kills the effect of the disease. So that's how vaccine works. So it goes into the body, wakes up the immune system, then the immune system will kill that agent, the vaccine, the agent of the disease. It will kill. That means it's awakened, like, I need to fight this kind of disease. Okay? So if you don't vaccinate them, when that disease comes, the immune system will be sleeping, it will be down. It won't recognize. That means the bird will be affected. So that's why you need to vaccinate your birds. Make sure you vaccinate your birds. Make sure you follow the right procedures so that the vaccine works properly for you. You check the date, you put them in at a light temperature, so that everything goes well for you. Otherwise, if you just put them anyhow, like the way you put other things, it won't work for you, because the vaccine is very important to your birds. Of course, it's not all the time like your birds will get sick, but for you don't have to be caught unaware of the disease. So it's better you are free, whereby like, okay, my birds are aware of the diseases, such disease. With broilers, of course, we only have 2 vaccines, but with other birds like layers, there are a lot of vaccines. It also works the same way. And if you are not aware, it's the same way the body even works with the vaccine that they put in your body. It just goes up and wakes up the immune system. It tells the immune system this disease can come and kill this body, so you need to defend it. That's why they give you that agent of that same disease. So I'm sure you are aware now what a vaccine is. It's just an agent of that disease. So which means when you buy, you are buying the disease, but it's just the agent of that disease. It's not the actual disease. So as I've explained, you wake up the immune system so that it's aware of the disease that it might come in the future. Of course, the moment you're vaccinating the birds, there's no disease there. It just goes in and wakes up the immune system, which is important. So it's important to have your birds vaccinated. Otherwise, if the disease comes in, the immune system is not awakened, it's not aware, it's not boosted up, it's not triggered out. It doesn't know. Okay? It doesn't know anything like this kind of disease, which means you end up losing the birds. So as in for me, tomorrow I'll be vaccinating these birds. I'm giving them Newcastle tomorrow, because I gave them Kumburo. Now I'm giving them Newcastle. As you see how healthy they look? Very healthy. They are eating. Now they'll be 14 days. And then I'll still remain with 2 more vaccines. I just need to vaccinate them. If you want, you cannot vaccinate your birds, because it's not all the time that the birds will get sick. So you can vaccinate the birds for security reasons for yourself, but you have to be aware, like, biosecurity need to be taken. You need to make sure the surrounding is clean. As you see here, there's a blaze here. You know, I need to keep the temperature here according to the regulations. So today I'm having the temperature made like controlled. It today I'm doing 26 degrees Celsius. That's why you are able to see me like I'm close to the blazer, because it's not too hot. It's just on a cool level. So you have to make sure you vaccinate your birds, and at least you are aware what a vaccine is and how it works. Just so you know. That's what I wanted to say. I don't want to put too much on it, because I need people to understand it, because it's not too complicated, but you have to be aware what you are giving your birds. You need to be aware, like, okay, this is what I'm doing to my birds. That's it. So guys, as you see my birds, how healthy they look very nice, and I feel good. Like my birds are like this, they just okay. First, if you check, you see there's a video I posted when I lost beds. You know, I lost the beds because of some reasons. I had to put them there so that you watch, so that you also get aware, like, okay, this can happen to my beds. I don't have to do this, I don't have to do that. At least you become aware. Because for me, each and every batch that comes in, I know there's a lesson, there's challenges to learn. As a poultry farmer, you have to be aware. You will never be 100% perfect with the batch. There are always some issues that will come in. Sometimes malaria, sometimes, you know, the other stuffs. But you have to make sure your biosecurity is safe. You know, sometimes I also have the video on litter system. Okay, those are challenges you can face. So you can watch, you check all my videos, you find about the management of litter system. At least you can get some information. You are able to learn, like, okay, this is what happens, this is this and that. Especially if that's when you are starting poultry farming. And if you are, you know, when you are doing business, you have to be aware in each and every corner as what are the challenges I need to face. You need to take a background check. So this is one of the information I'm giving you. So today, at least we have learned something about vaccine, and it's a good thing that we are aware of what vaccines are. I'm sure people have understood what I'm talking about, so this is good. So if you are new to the channel, once more, make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss any lesson, because the lessons we give here, they are essential. And the information I've given you today is essential, because you don't just have to vaccinate your birds and then you'll be like, oh, what did I do to my birds? No, you have to be fully aware what you're doing with your birds. Okay, I've vaccinated the birds. What next? What am I doing with the birds? Okay, some people think like when you vaccinate the birds, you are giving them drugs. Okay, no, vaccine is not a drug. It's a disease. It's an actual disease, but it's not an actual disease. It's an agent of the disease. For you to wake up there, we've discussed already the immune system, you trigger it out. It's like you're switching it on, like, okay, this is what can happen to the birds. You know, it's a natural reaction that happens to the chicken's body. These are natural, but they need to be awakened up. They need to wake up, like, okay, this is something that can happen. It's not like you are waking it up using that disease. No, it's a natural reaction that will act up, because the body will face like there's something strange that is coming. Okay, then the immune system, of course, it will act up, because you know, that disease will go into the blood. Then into the blood, that's where the cells are and the proteins are that will kill that disease. So you have to be aware, like, okay, I'm waking up the immune system of my bird, so that in case this disease comes in, it won't go further affecting the birds. That means my birds, at least the immune system is aware, and the immune system acts. It's a natural reaction that happens there. There are other vaccines. They call them kill vaccine. Those who have another video, we'll talk about that. We'll talk how those vaccines work. But for now, I've given you for the vaccine which you put in your water. I had one of the vaccines that I used. I wanted to show you, but there's the other videos I have the vaccines I've shown, so you can see them if you are new. And there's how you vaccinate your birds. It's there, so you can watch everything there. So that's the way it is, guys. You wake up the immune system of your birds. That's it. So that's the reason why I was doing this video, because I needed people to be aware, like, okay, this is how the vaccine works. So guys, thank you for watching, and make sure you subscribe. And if you're already subscribed, you know, at least do a thumbs up. At least I'll see that you've liked the video and you've liked the information which I've shared. I'll be able to see like, okay, I'm helping other people to understand what the essential things and what we are learning. At least if you are subscribed, like the video, put a comment there about something that you want to know about broiler farming, and if I have the information, I'll help you. So otherwise, right now I'm still brooding my beds. At least they need to be at 21 days. So right now I'm remaining with about we can say I'm remaining with today it's day 13, so I'm remaining with 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, about 8 days brooding. So we're still brooding the beds. The moment we finish brooding the beds, you'll see like we increase the space. So guys, thank you for watching, and if you're new, once again, make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss any video, any lesson that we are putting up there. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time.